Ken Burns' new PBS documentary, The U.S. and the Holocaust, is generating conversations about America's response to the Holocaust. Detroit Public Television and the Zekelman Holocaust Center come together for a frank discussion on where Michigan fits into the story. WDET reporter Eli Newman moderated the conversation with a panel of Metro Detroit Jewish and interfaith leaders. They talked about Michigan's perspective on the Holocaust and the anti-Semitism that still exists today.
I think one of the most difficult topics to kind of broach in terms of the Holocaust is that there is this idea that it's this singular kind of moment, incredibly complex, and yet we're supposed to learn from it, and we're supposed to be able to apply it to maybe contemporary situations. But yet there is a reluctance to explicitly draw that kind of comparison because of the uniqueness of it. So how do we advance that conversation? What can we take from this series of events, and how can we apply it to today? This is for anybody to kind of weigh in on.
Maybe I can take a shot at it. The Polish Jewish lawyer Raphael Lemkin coined the term genocide in 1944. And he said we needed the term precisely because this is something that happens so often. The problem is that we don't often we don't often call things genocide because we've set the bar so high, or so low, I guess, at the Holocaust. And there are other atrocities, there are other things that Raphael Lemkin certainly would have regarded as genocide. That's why he made the term, but don't rise to the level of the Holocaust, perhaps, in whatever measures one wants to use. So I think we have to recognize that there are other atrocities that take place and use the knowledge that we've gained from the Holocaust. The Holocaust has been very well studied, as a result of which we as historians, political scientists, philosophers have acquired a lot of tools from the Holocaust, from studying the Holocaust, that we can apply to other atrocities, and that we can use as early warning signs to try to prevent genocides and atrocities from happening elsewhere around the world based on what we've learned from the Holocaust.
The Anti-Defamation League released a report this year that anti-Semitic incidents have reached an all-time high, and 18% were connected to domestic extremists. And in Michigan, the ADL also noted that there was also a sharp rise in anti-Black, anti-LGBTQ, anti-Asian, and anti-Muslim hate. So, and this is, I think, for everybody to kind of chime in on, but how do we make sense of this sharp rise in hate in America?
I don't know that there is a one thing that we can say that we can change it. I agree that we need to start talking about it. But as I listened and watched the film, and and I can't remember his name, the second gentleman that talked about the Statue of Liberty being the white lady standing in the midst of the lake, and talking about how, what do we stand for, and this is who we want to come in here. That's where we have to start. We have to start changing the message that is out there, because that's one of the biggest lies that we're told, saying that bring us your hungry and those that are in pain, because that has never been realized.